Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. In a time when nostalgia meets modern innovation, the return of an icon has taken the two-wheeler world by storm. The 2025 Yamaha RX 100 isn't just another motorcycle on the block, it's the rebirth of a legend, a cultural symbol that once ruled the Indian streets and drag strips alike. Now, it's back, sharper, smarter, and yet soulful enough to stir memories in those who remember the roar of the original two-stroke marvel. Yamaha has walked a tightrope here, reviving a name with immense emotional equity while ensuring the new RX 100 fits seamlessly into the demands and regulations of modern-day motorcycling. And let's get this straight right away, the 2025 RX 100 is not a retro-looking modern commuter. It's a meticulously crafted machine designed to honor its past while carving out a new identity. From the very first glance, the 2025 Yamaha RX 100 exudes a sense of purposeful nostalgia. Yamaha has paid homage to the bike's classic silhouette with a clean, teardrop fuel tank, minimalistic side panels, and a sleek flat seat that harks back to the original design. But the real genius lies in how they've infused these classic cues with modern finesse. The paint quality, for instance, is worlds ahead of the original. Deep gloss, tight panel gaps, and finely brushed metal finishes give this machine a premium feel. The RX 100 is offered in three classic-inspired shades: jet black, fire red, and ocean blue, all bearing vintage-style pinstripes that make the bike pop without going over the top. The chrome accents are tastefully done on the mirrors, the exhaust heat shield, and the headlight rim, evoking just enough of the 1980s charm without feeling dated. But it's not just about looks. Underneath the charming exterior lies a brand new 125 cubic centimeters, single-cylinder, air-cooled engine. Yes, it's a four-stroke, because today's emission norms have killed the prospect of a two-stroke comeback. But Yamaha didn't just stuff in a generic commuter engine. This unit has been tuned to deliver a punchy, character-rich experience that mimics the power delivery of the original RX as closely as legally possible. Producing around 11.5 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 11.2 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM, the RX 100's new heart is eager and responsive, especially in the mid-range. Yamaha engineers worked hard to optimize the gear ratios and fuel mapping to give the bike that sudden surge of acceleration the original was known for. 0 to 60 km per hour comes in under 7 seconds, which puts it ahead of most commuter bikes in this segment and dangerously close to the performance of lightweight 150s. The transmission is a slick 5-speed unit, with short throws and well-spaced ratios that keep the engine in its power band without making the ride jerky. The clutch is feather light, and combined with the smooth gearbox, it makes city riding a delight. But don't think this bike is only for darting through traffic. Take it to the open highway, and you'll find the RX 100 sits comfortably at 90 to 95 km per hour without feeling strained. That's partially due to the engine's balancer shaft, which cuts down vibrations drastically compared to its ancestor. The exhaust note, another key part of the RX 100's identity, has been specially engineered as well. Yamaha has tuned the exhaust system with resonators and chambers to recreate that familiar raspy bark. While it doesn't scream like a two-stroke, it has a distinct tone that's both throaty and playful, especially when revved hard. The chassis is another area where Yamaha has fused old-school simplicity with modern-day capability. The double cradle frame has been stiffened and lightened using new materials, and it works beautifully with the suspension setup. At the front, you get 30 mm telescopic forks, and at the rear, there are twin shock absorbers with gas-charged canisters adjustable for preload. The ride quality is firm but forgiving, perfect for spirited riding while still able to soak up potholes and road imperfections. It's when you push the RX 100 into corners that it really surprises. The bike feels planted and nimble, with a front end that gives you plenty of feedback and rear suspension that doesn't wallow even at higher lean angles. This might not be a track bike, but it is definitely a backroad bomb. Braking performance is equally sharp. The front wheel is equipped with a 270 mm disc with a dual piston caliper, while the rear gets a 130 mm drum brake, staying true to the retro theme but not compromising on performance. Single-channel ABS is standard, giving the front end enough security under hard braking. The bike tips the scales at just 113 kilograms wet, making it one of the lightest bikes in its class and giving it a power-to-weight ratio that lends itself to pure fun. The seat height stands at 790 mm, approachable for most riders, and the upright ergonomics ensure comfort on longer rides. The foot pegs are slightly rear-set, giving you that slight sporty edge, while the handlebars are wide and easy to maneuver through traffic. Yamaha's instrumentation on the RX 100 keeps things simple, but functional. You get a circular semi-digital meter and analog tachometer complemented by a digital speedo, odometer, trip meters, gear position indicator, and fuel gauge. There's also a side stand indicator and an engine check light. While some might wish for Bluetooth connectivity or navigation, Yamaha has chosen to keep distractions minimal to preserve the raw feel of riding. The switchgear, however, is thoroughly modern. Backlit buttons, high-quality plastic, and a tactile feel that makes them easy to use even with gloves on. The headlamp is a halogen unit with LED DRLs shaped like a ring around the bulb, a nice blend of classic form and modern function. The taillight and indicators, however, are full LED units, bright, crisp, and in line with safety norms. Fuel efficiency is another area where the new RX 100 shines. Yamaha claims a real-world mileage of around 60 km per liter, thanks to a light curb weight, optimized combustion, and precise fuel injection. That, combined with a 10-liter fuel tank, gives the RX 100 a realistic range of 550 to 600 kilometers between fill-ups, making it a practical daily runner. And that's exactly what Yamaha wants this bike to be, a head-turning machine that you can use every single day. There's no unnecessary bulk, no intimidating power figures, no fancy electronics, just pure, engaging motorcycling wrapped in a familiar shell. And now let's talk pricing. Yamaha has been strategic here. The 2025 RX 100 is priced at 1 Indian rupee. 20 lakh ex-showroom, placing it squarely in the premium commuter segment but undercutting the neo-retro offerings from other brands like Royal Enfield's Hunter or TVS Ronin. Considering what it offers, heritage styling, a punchy engine, modern features, and everyday usability, it's a very compelling price point. Yamaha is also offering a wide range of official accessories and customization options, including vintage-style grips, tank pads, crash guards, bar-end mirrors, and even a cafe racer seat cowl. For those who really want to relive the 80s, this is as close as it gets without going full resto mod. Perhaps the most unique selling point of the 2025 RX 100 is its cultural legacy. This isn't just a motorcycle. It's a symbol of a generation. Back in its day, the RX 100 wasn't just about getting from A to B, it was about doing it quickly, with flair, and a touch of rebellion. That spirit hasn't changed. Yamaha's new RX 100 manages to recapture that intangible essence and package it in a form that's ready for the current era: safe, clean, reliable, but still cheeky enough to raise an eyebrow at every traffic light. Whether you're a young rider looking for something different from the sea of plastic commuters, or an older enthusiast who remembers the sound of a two-stroke hitting peak power, the RX 100 speaks to you. The 2025 RX 100 is a rare kind of motorcycle. It doesn't rely on outright speed or bleeding-edge tech to make its case. Instead, it invites you to fall in love with riding all over again. It asks you to downshift, open the throttle, and feel that mechanical connection between man and machine. It proves that in an increasingly digital and disconnected world, there's still space for analog joy. Yamaha didn't just build a motorcycle with the RX 100, they resurrected a legacy. And in doing so, they've created what might just be the most emotionally resonant bike of the decade. This isn't just a comeback. It's a revolution in retro, done right.